Hold on, I'm getting downloads from the universe, all the codes coming to me. So you're looking for your purpose. You're looking in books. You're looking under tables. And still can't find it. Alright, so boom, the universe told me you're not looking one place. You wanna know what that one place is? And I'm not gonna say your heart. Alright, so here's the deal, family. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel because I'm about to drop the gems for you. I'm about to tell you how you can align and live in your purpose. But you gotta stay tuned to the end of the video. We gotta work for all great things in our life. It just don't come free. Unless you can just live like this and just be. But check. Okay, so purpose. Let me stroke my beard of wisdom that has yet to grow on my face. Will be there. Never, because I will never let a long beard like that grow on my face. How does one live in one's purpose? Something so broad, general, and lifelong. How does one figure that out all right now? Let me tell you. Well, the first reason why people aren't able to live in their purpose and align with their purpose is because obviously they don't even believe that they have one. Ever since they were a young child, from the age of like 3 to where they can start to understand things, their parents, friends, and other siblings, family members would tell them what they need to do with their life. So lots of people are dependent on that. They're dependent on people telling them what they should do with their life. So even as they become grown adults, they are still looking for that validation, you see? So even if they do have their own ideas and their own feelings, they can't execute it. They're not willing to take that risk. They will shut that part off of themselves because they want to stay in that comfort bubble of other adults, other people telling them what their life should be. That feels regular to them, okay? They feel like something is being promised to them. Do this and you will receive that result, okay? So anything out of the ordinary, anything that starts to come from their heart, it seems so scary. They're so unfamiliar with themselves because of that. Most people are afraid of themselves and don't even recognize it, but it's not their fault because we live in a society that is based a lot on validation, right? Everybody wants to do the same things. Nobody wants to be different. If we're in a social gathering, right, and you ask for a volunteer to go out the country and maybe to do something out of the ordinary, a lot of people, even if it's good for them, a lot of people won't be willing to do it. They would be more willing to go watch Friday's basketball game or go out to eat with friends. They want to stick to the regular routine because they know that everybody else does it. And they're like, you know, I don't want to be the odd one out. We've seen that a lot growing up in school. Lots of people love to fit in. It just makes you feel normal as a human. It makes your existence feel more sane and regulated. Wow, and now my nose is red like a tomato because I had to go outside and help my mom start a car and it's cold. Yeah. Anyways, getting to know ourselves can be an uncomfortable process, but it is a very healing journey. That is what a lot of people don't realize. So they don't want to start the process because it feels uncomfortable, but they don't realize that it is very healing. There is nothing better that you can do than to let your own mind know, your brain know that you are on your side, that you want to, you know, go back into your past memories and figure out who you are, because it's a slow process. But again, as you break through those layers of yourself and start to see, I always used to like to help people, but I was afraid to help people because I always got made fun of it. You know, start there, boom. Now you have a little bit of something to work with. Or I always used to, you know, like to sit under the stars, watch the stars. It was something that I like to do, but people didn't find it cool. Boom, you have something to start there. And as you start, wherever you can, wherever you feel called to start, wherever your heart is pulling you, right? Wherever it feels comfortable enough for you, bearable, that little bit of momentum is going to turn into a spiral if you allow it. Because going on the self-discovery journey is a journey, but we have to allow it. Now, some of you guys may say, well, I don't have those kinds of feelings. I don't feel called to get back into a certain memory, or I really feel like I just don't know myself. Well, I have good news for you. One thing I learned starting my spiritual journey was clarity does not always come from looking forward into the future, but it also comes from getting rid of the distraction. So I have this saying, if you don't know what to do, start with what you shouldn't be doing right now, because that is what's distracting a lot of people from being able to align with their purpose. It's in the name itself, distractions. You see what I'm saying? So we have to remove the distractions in our life. That way we can better align with our purpose. Example, you may be feeling like, I need to clean up my diet. Well, you might think that that's a small little detail that won't change anything, but you start cleaning up your diet, and guess what? You start feeling better. You have more energy to do different things that you may want to do. So now you can go out for runs now, right? Now you have extra energy to go to that art class or to go to that dance class. See what I'm saying? It starts sometimes by removing the distractions. It may not be diet for some of you. For some of you, you may need to stop playing video games, right? Or for some of you, you may need to stop hanging out with certain friends that may not be the best for you. They may be toxic. Every time you guys get together, you're not doing the best things for yourself. They're not influencing you in the best way, but they take your mind off of things because you guys can just go and have a blast, but that's not helping you align with your purpose. That is only distracting you. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like for each and every one of you, but one tip that I can give is social media is definitely considered a distraction, okay? Because when you're looking at everybody's life, you're getting too much input at one time, and your brain doesn't know what to do with all of that input. You're seeing this person take trips to Cali. You're seeing that person there on a yacht in Miami. You're seeing this person, they telling you how they just made $100,000 off of this business deal, and you should be making that too right now. You see what I'm saying? It's too much input being thrown at you at one time. And what starts to happen is now you feel left out. You feel as though, oh, this person's life is better than mine. My life should look like that person. Let me try to imitate. Well, it doesn't work like that, because that person, they may themselves not even be aligned with their purpose. So if they are not connected with themselves and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, how can they even help you, guide you, and align you? You see what I'm saying? Because social media is there only to give angles. You can show people what you want them to see, right? I could be living in a dungeon right now. You guys wouldn't even know, because all you're seeing right now is this nice background and this nice display. But besides that, you know nothing about the environment or personal insights into my life. That is the danger of social media, because we think that we know insights into people's life. So they look happy, you know, they're showing you these highlights and things like that, but you know nothing about their personal situation, right? But you're taking in the information as if you do, as if you personally know that person, as if you know that they're the happiest person on the earth, and that, you know, they're gaining all of these wins and you're just not. You see what I'm saying? Starting out my spiritual journey, I had to spend lots of time alone. You may not need to do the same though. maybe you may already have friends who can guide you on your spiritual journey because they're on their spiritual journey as well. They're getting rid of the distractions. They're detoxing the things from their life that doesn't belong. Those are the kinds of, that's the kind of company that I would surround myself in if I were in your position. Some of you may actually benefit though from being alone, right? From spending just a bit more time alone. So you may have to say, all right, guys, to your friends or family, you know, we can spend this amount of time together, but I'm going to cut back here because I need this time for me. I want to just take this time to give back to myself, to spend time with myself. You see what I'm saying? And there's people think that that's a boring or a lonely thing, but it doesn't have to be, because there's lots of different activities that you can do with yourself. You can make yourself a nice pink Himalayan salt bath. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a park with your animal and just have fun with them. You can simply go walk on the beach, right? There's so many different things that you guys can do, that you have different interests in. Some of you guys are very artsy. You can create art. That I spent a lot of my time creating arts and crafts. I used to make different kinds of spiritual jewelry similar to this, you know, and that was very fun for me. I could spend lots of time getting lost in that, okay? So it doesn't have to look any one way. Get rid of the expectations and step more into your heart. I know it sounds cliche, but that is, you know, your best compass, guys. It will never steer you wrong. And little by little, as you start to detox the distractions from your life, you will notice things start to make more sense. They may not make sense right away, okay? But I promise you, as you start to take out the things that don't belong, you now have something to work with, okay? So you're going to notice, I feel better when I do this. And then your mind is going to start to get ideas. Maybe I can add that, or maybe I can try that, right? Or you start to take certain things out and you'd be like, I didn't notice this about myself, that I like this kind of thing, or, you know, I'm better in this kind of environment, or, you know, you get to start to see different sides of yourself that you weren't able to see because there were distractions there, okay? And that gives you a lot to work with. Now you can try different things. And again, that process of self-discovery, it becomes a healing journey, because now you're actually giving your spirit, your soul, you're feeding your soul now. You're giving it things that it's been yearning for, but you could not clearly hear it because you couldn't listen because of all of the distractions. Now, another thing I don't want you guys to overlook is you may already be living in your purpose in a sense, okay? This may resonate with a small group of you guys. If you're not actively seeking your purpose, or if you don't feel like you're aligned with your purpose, right, then obviously that doesn't apply. But for those of you, you may actually be in your purpose and not realize, okay? Because purpose isn't necessarily like this end goal, okay? Like, I know I have a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and I'm meant to be sharing it with people. I'm meant to be a speaker, right? But also, I'm a very creative person, so I do that on my free time, right? I'm a very friendly person, so when I go outside, I give lots of good energy. That is me living in my purpose, simply just being myself, okay? And how I affect the world around me is me being in my purpose. It is why I came down from this beautiful place. I don't know. Sometimes I look at into space, you know, and I look at the stars and I say, why did I come here? But then, like I said, as me just being me, my vibrant version is me being in my purpose. It doesn't have necessarily anything to do with me making a specific talk video, making a certain amount of views or anything like that, or when I get to a specific end goal. That is all an illusion, okay? That is our ego wanting validation, also yearning for its own desires, because we have an ego here to navigate this physical reality. And along the way, we're going to develop different personalities and personas, and we're going to want to achieve different things, but that does not necessarily have anything to do with purpose, okay? Sometimes trying so hard to do something in itself is the very thing keeping us from doing that, okay? So I wouldn't put too much thought on, you know, how can I achieve my purpose, my purpose, my purpose? Sometimes the answer is simply being yourself. I know most of you guys are probably familiar with The Matrix. I actually just, I gotta finish the last one that they just made. But if you watch the second one, right, and they start to show you how there are a lot of other humans in the Matrix that they look and appear like humans, but if you look at their codes, their code is different from a human. They're actually a program made to do a certain something in the Matrix. And that same concept applies to all of us. If you think of all of us as written programs, we're all designed to do a different kind of thing. But the beautiful thing about that is you don't have to try as hard as you think to activate it. As I just said, it is simply as in being who you are meant to be. And that may look like in many of different things, okay? You don't have to try to get into all those things at one time. It will happen naturally if you allow it, okay? So you should think of the journey more of like unbecoming, taking off the extra layers, expectations, and simply just, you know, being and getting to know yourself and allowing that to be a natural process instead of a forceful process, expecting yourself to produce. How can I produce? I need to be the best at this. This is what I'm here for. This is what I need to have. You're kind of putting yourself in a chokehold and putting yourself in a box and limiting yourself when you do that. I guess we'll stop here on that note today. I gave you guys lots of gems, enough to work with to start to align with your most vibrant, highest version, okay? So next time, this video actually just gave me an idea to do another video about star seeds. That would be so much fun, right, guys? So if you're interested in seeing that, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help the algorithm so I can help more beautiful souls. And you guys can continue to support the channel, and I can continue to make these wonderful videos. We all win. Yay! Peace, family.